Dear friends, on this Sunday, the 8th day after Easter, the Church is celebrating the Divine Mercy Sunday. So we have the beautiful image of the Divine Mercy that was drawn according to Sister Faustina, who had the apparition of the Lord. Now, one might wonder why we suddenly seem to go back to where we were in Lent, asking for mercy in this Easter season. But there is no contradiction here, because you cannot celebrate the resurrection of Jesus without the passion of Christ. Meaning, there is no Easter Sunday without the Good Friday. The reality of the resurrection is the fulfillment of Old Testament prophecies as Jesus himself had predicted. And so there is nothing wrong about these two liturgical events or elements that the church celebrates on the same day. That is, the joy of the resurrection and the mercy of God. In fact, if the mercy of God is extended to us, then we too will be worthy to share in the glory of the risen Lord. Now, the question for us today is, how do we manifest our faith in Christ, who is all merciful? Can we truly say that we have overcome the world? Are we living our faith in Jesus Christ, or are we living our faith in our finances, our possessions, our social positions, and worldly powers? Mercy is not just one word. It demands action from our part. Let me share with you how this Amish family shared that mercy with a person who killed their own son. The family is from the Midwest. One day, this family was traveling in a buggy, the horse-drawn carriage, and a group of teenagers came by their car and were very rude to them because the Amish family was too slow with their buggy and the road was very narrow. Soon this young man overtook them, stopped their car in front of this family, and threw a stone at their young boy or young son. Unfortunately, the boy was killed. But the family was willing to forgive the young man who had killed their son, and even asked the judge to give him a lighter sentence. However, he was sentenced for a lifetime. Yet this Amish family was willing to visit him in the prison to show their mercy and forgiveness. This shows how God's mercy is greater than our failures. Moreover, this Amish family teaches us that forgiveness is central to our Christian life. As we heard in today's gospel, Jesus brings peace to his disciples. And whenever he appeared to them after resurrection, he told them, "Peace be with you." He did not have any revenge, even though Judas betrayed him, Peter denied him, and all the rest abandoned him and ran away. To live one's faith in Jesus Christ does not mean to show up for an hour on weekends. Of course, we are truly glad that you are coming here. But that is not sufficient in living one's faith fully in Christ. That is like saying, well, since I am a Christian, I guess I must act like one. According to St. Paul II, John Paul II, it is like putting one's toe in the water and testing it, seeing if water is warm or cold. To live one's faith in Christ is to take a deep plunge off the diving board and into the deep waters. In fact, that is what we are called to do as Christians. Again, Pope John Paul II was very instrumental in establishing the Divine Mercy Sunday and promoting the Divine Mercy devotion throughout the world. Following the footsteps of Pope John Paul, Pope Francis, whose funeral we had yesterday, in his famous book called Joy of the Gospel, highlights that embracing God's mercy not only brings healing and peace to our hearts and minds, but also inspires us to share the joy and hope of Gospels with others. Similarly, Christ's mercy shines forth as we are open to those who are struggling with their faith, just as St. Thomas did in today's Gospel, until he experienced the risen Lord. Thomas wanted to have a personal encounter with his Master to reinforce his faith in Jesus. We too will have our own doubts, just as Thomas did. But Easter shows us that Christ has conquered the world, and the faith that he gives us is a victory not only over sin and death, but over the world itself. Thus, the life that is being given to us is a life of true freedom. But the choice is ours to immerse ourselves completely in the world or to immerse ourselves in Jesus Christ, our risen Lord. Finally, after his resurrection, the Lord is telling his disciples and giving us a new mission. That is, I have conquered the world. Now it is your turn.